Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. In the last episode all we did was finally do Harim's own personal quest, where we took him to the Dwarven ruins. We found the forge and he decided to destroy it for whatever reason. And then after that all we did was some kingdom management stuff and nothing else really. And I don't really have any ideas what to do next really. Well, I did say that I'm going to talk to the companions some more, because that's always fun, so we can do that. But when it comes to actual quests, we don't really have anything. All we have are these long-term kingdom quests. Loyal servants, give some more positions, unlock any secondary stat of your barony. The stronger the barony and more perspicuous its ruler, the more new opportunities he has every day. Consistent and steady commitment to state affairs will inevitably bear fruit, and on top of that, it will create new openings for future leaders. Okay. Annexation, yes, we are trying to claim some more land, but we have next to no building points for that. And oh yeah, this is Bokkeng's quest about the books that he wants. And this is increase the ranks of barony stats 5 times. Okay. I don't know what happens after that, but hey, we'll see. Oh, and we also have this, but I don't want to waste my time on this. I keep my eyes open for these gloomberries and dizzy heads and mud leaves and whatever, but other than that, I'm not gonna pay too much attention to it. So without further ado, let's go and talk to some people here. So I don't care too much about Castle, really. Kesten. Well, how about Lindsay? A halfling girl with tousled hair, wearing a dusty traveler's outfit, sits chewing the tip of her gill. Just a moment, how should I put this? Oh, I know. She scribbles something quickly in a notebook, scrawled with verse, raises her eyes and gives you a bright smile. Oh, hi! You come from Pitax, right? Tell me about it. Oh, I love Pitax, even though they kicked me out. A joyful place. Something tells me that that's sarcasm. What is life in Pitax like? What do you know of King Irovetti? Tell me about the academy you studied at. Yeah, could you tell me more about the king? He won his crown in a game of cards, which says as much about Pitax as it does about him. He's fiendishly clever. Some cheats I know told him that from the moment he appeared, he started to pulling off such schemes that the old city masters just scratched their heads. With him in charge, gold flooded into Pitax, and also he's incredibly, unimaginably, fantastically decadent and conceited. Okay, sounds like a person we have to keep our eyes on. Getting drunk with whores at the pub. That's not Lord Irovetti's style. Oh no, he aims higher. Dressing up like a male Callistria with a golden codpiece. Callistria, also known as the Savored Sting and the Unquenchable Fire, is the goddess of lust and revenge who takes on many faces and guises. She is held in especially high regard by elves, who often identify with her mercurial moods and changeable nature. A fondness for wasps has earned this vengeful deity the title of Savored Sting. Such creatures live on after harming their enemies, a trait Callistria's followers hope to emulate when pursuing their goals. So, anyway, and holding a 3-week orgy. Well, damn, maybe I should do that too. With dancing on the rooftops, parades, public executions, and a contest for the best ode to the great unrivaled king. That's more like it. Well, he sounds like quite a guy. Not someone that we should trust, though. He also likes singing. Oh, and he orders his guards to make the citizens gather for his shows. May Shellun have mercy on his listeners. Shellun, oh yeah, we know this one. Yeah, it's the goddess that Valerie used to worship. So what is life in Pitax like? Even though I think we got the picture. Actually, Pitax has always been one huge nest of thieves. Bandits, river pirates, smugglers, fences, card sharps. It's always been home for the likes of them. But that was before Irovetti became king. With him, a whole different life began there. For better or worse. Irovetti always wanted to make history, but not as another bandit with a crown, though that's exactly what he is. He wanted to be glorified through the centuries as a great patron of the arts. So he built the Academy of Grand Arts, and spent lots of gold to assemble the best artists, poets and musicians. Of course, the very best ones refused to go, but he got what he wanted in a way. If Pitax was once just a booze barn for thieves, now it's a cabaret. And while not as popular as some of the great bardic schools of the Inner Sea, Pitax's Academy of Grand Arts still manages to attract some students seeking greater specialization. And about the Academy itself? You know, jokes aside, I'm thankful to Irovetti for building it. But he has no taste. At all. Whatsoever. He likes his art loud, bright, grandiose, and most importantly, glorifying his royal highness. He kicked out the best gargoyle artists because he didn't wish to spend money on grey scribbles. He sacked a masterful flute player from Tianxia for playing too quietly, and instead ordered them to open a kettle drum class. He even ordered the academy to expel me. And for what? An innocent limerick. Would you like to go back to the academy and finish your studies? I would like to return, but on one condition. If they threw out 3/4 of the professors who teach there now, and returned all the ones they banished. If you ask me, I am proud to have been expelled. If my art was to Irovetti's liking, then I would have reason to be ashamed. Okay. As long as mediocre lickspitters sit at the academy, and those with real talent beg on the streets of Pitax, I will not cross the threshold of that place. All right, you do you. Anything else? How's your publishing house? In full swing. The press is working day and night. Turns out there aren't just readers, but also writers in our lands. They keep bringing me new manuscripts. Some are even readable without crying. Okay. What's the deal with the ring you always wear on your finger? I think that this is the first time this is ever mentioned. Is she married? Ah, this. Lindsay holds her arm for you to get a clear view of the ring. It was a gift to me from my first teacher. It's magical, imbued by the powers of Shellen, no less. When I get myself in trouble, it transports me to a safe spot. Ah, so it has a teleport. So please don't be angry with me if I suddenly disappear from a fight. I'll wait for you here. Promise. Well, okay, that's fair enough. Leave and do not return. I don't want to ever see you again. Nah, no. And about the book you are writing, the one about me. What is there to tell? You have seen some of my rough drafts already, haven't you? It's a book about you and your adventures. I'm writing the whole truth, just as it happened. Well, the whole artistic truth. You know, no glory, no story. No offense, but your command of language is not that good. Well, it's not like I have read it, so I don't know. Your book is full of inconsistencies. So what kind of a character am I? Yeah. How do you describe us? In books, everything is simple. These are the heroes and those are the villains. In life, of course, it's completely different. You have to make difficult decisions, and I don't always agree with you. But that's what makes you a complex, multifaceted character. You are like a force of nature, wild and unpredictable. Yeah, I like the sound of that. You are full of surprises. I doubt I could make up a protagonist like you, even if I tried very hard. Well, I take that as a compliment. How do you feel about me reading your work in progress? Well, these are only drafts, but of course you're welcome to read them. Just keep in mind that even if you don't like what I write about, I won't change a single letter, so don't even ask. Of course not. Of course it's a book about you, but it's my book, understood? The small writer's eyes glow rebelliously. As long as you write the truth, I have no objection. Write whatever you wish, I doubt you would defame me. Or for that matter, overpraise. I think we go with this. Or, well, let's see. Write whatever you wish, it's your right, but I shall decide if your book is allowed on my lands. I will be remembered for my deeds, not for your book. I have no interest in censorship. Any stories about me are welcome as long as they are interesting. Well, I actually like this one too. I would rather have a say in how my biography turns out. Of course you can write whatever you want, but you know what happens to writers who displease their rulers. Either this or the neutral option. Write whatever you wish, I doubt you would defame me, or for that matter overpraise. I guess we go with this. I have no interest in censorship. Any stories about me are welcome as long as they are interesting. No, I am not going to make up any fiction about you. And why would I? I wouldn't be able to invent half of the adventures you keep getting yourself into. Okay, anything else? Yeah, I don't think that there's anything else that I really want to ask her. Just don't leave without me. Of course I could just write whatever you tell me, but if I wanted to stay cooped up in a dusty room, I would still be sleeping through lectures at the academy. Okay. Anyone else here? No, just guards. Castle, but we don't care about the castle. Or even Keston for that matter. He's just doing his job. Before we go out and maybe find Regongar or Valerie, maybe Canera or someone, let's see what we have here. Okay, that's done. Herbalists. A group of foreign merchants begs permission to gather the local herbs and other rare ingredients, which they can sell for a hefty price at home. To secure this permission, they would be willing to pay a fee to the treasury. She's working on that, okay. Proposal for cooperation. They are busy as well. Concerned about safety. They wish to raise funds to build fortifications around their villages. Oh, Regongar is free. Yeah, do that. A nasty rumor. And you do that. Let's see, so... we got a military, economy and community at rank 2. Have to boost up the loyalty a little bit. I don't care too much about divine, to be honest. And also enter. I'm wondering, how do you grow? How do you grow from a village into a town? Because I have built everywhere where I can at the moment. Am I have to increase my stats or? And these upgrades require town. Yeah, I don't know. But let's not think about that this time. We did plenty of that in the last episode. So, Regongar. How are you doing, buddy? Regongar bears his fangs in a smile. So, Chief, when are we leaving? Tell me about your life in Numeria. You mean my life as a slave? I didn't see much, except for the slave barracks and the League's twisted laboratories. How did you become a slave? I was sold by my own tribe. When I was just a little brat, the half-orc clenched his teeth, then spit on the ground and steps on it with his boot. So I grew up in a slave barracks. I was raised to be sold like a battle animal. They tried to break me, but they picked the wrong brat. No matter how much you beat this animal, he only gets angrier. The half-orc punches himself in the chest and snarls. Well, how could a slave like you learn magic? Can't you guess? Because magic is in my blood. It's why they bought me. Okay, so that's why. I wasn't raised as some lowly mob slave, but as a murder machine. I would fetch quite a nice sum of gold. You might also ask if they knew I would take the first opportunity to rip their own guts out, using everything they taught me. Ha! Of course they did, but that's the Technic League. They calculate risk. And I do remember what these guys are, but in case you want to read, then there you go. Octavia kept pretending to be simple-minded, so they wouldn't expect anything of her. But I made every effort, though they didn't teach me much. What is there to teach? It's not book magic, it's innate. They made me practice with my sword more, but I did my best in everything. I studied all I could. They knew they were raising an enemy, but they thought they could keep me on a short leash, or sell me to someone with deep pockets, so I would become someone else's problem. But who won in the end, huh? Who is free? Who will bury them all? The half-orc makes an obscene gesture in the northwestern direction toward Numeria. What else did you see beyond your life in chains? Not much, I would imagine. What could I have seen? Well, when we ran, we went through Starfall, a city just as brutal and as harsh as the unforgiving Numerian land. That is its capital. The place is a mockery of the soft capitals of the south, with a level of decadence which would put even Taldo to shame. This decadence is surrounded by a filthy reek of human misery. Here, the Black Sovereign, Kevot Kul, rules at the whim of the Technic League, while the rest of the city suffers under his harsh rule. Sounds like an unpleasant place. That's a fine city. Big, loud, many merchants, things to see, things to steal. But I didn't have much chance to walk around. It's the very nest of the Southern Technic League. We were focused more on getting out alive. We met some barbarians. I asked them who might know what tribe I'm from, but they didn't know anything. I don't have any tribal tattoos. Nothing. Actually, they are all right. Well, some of them. The Bloodgars, for one, they are great. All the rivers are theirs. We sailed with them during one of our escapes, almost all the way to Brevoy, and they didn't turn us in. But the White Scars got us after that. Those guys are shit. They have sold their pride to the Technic League. Okay, I don't know if we are ever going to run into these guys, but better keep that in mind. Oh, one more thing. One time Octavia and I tried to escape and stumbled across a Numerian monster. I'll never forget it. A huge spider, the size of a house, made of metal. Well, that sounds impressive, and something that I would not expect to find in this world. Spitting fire, shooting deadly rays all around. What the heck is he talking about? That thing could probably tear even a dragon to pieces. Ruined our escape plans too. We had to go back. A huge spider the size of a house, made of metals, spitting fire, shooting deadly rays all around. Are you sure you were not drunk or just dreaming that? Did you and Octavia try to escape? Well, of course they did. Stupid question. And apparently slavery is legal in Numeria, but might as well ask for more details. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. There are laws against it, but even in Starfall, a third of the people live in bondage. And that's the capital. In regions where the Black Sovereign's hand doesn't reach, they hold to tribal customs instead of laws. The barbarians don't keep slaves. Instead, they have trolls. Big bloody difference. And on top of all that mess, there is a Technic League. Law and custom mean nothing to those slime balls. They just take whatever and whoever they want. Okay, thanks for your answers. What did you say when you were killing Galana? That's one of the slavers. The Technic League slavers. What? Oh, that. Callistra's holy words. I stabbed thee with my heart. We say that when we get our vengeance. Those words make it so much sweeter. Well, good for you. I don't need you any longer. Go away. No, I like Ragongar. Tell me more about yourself, I suppose. What is there to know? I was born, I'm alive, haven't died yet, that's enough for you. Or that enough for you, even, it was a question. Where did you get your magic powers? Yeah, he did say that he had them since birth, I believe. Well, let's ask anyway. What magical powers? The hells are you talking about? Oh, you mean these? Regongar makes lightning run over his hands with a contained smile, then snaps his fingers, invoking a shower of blinding sparks. I have had them since I was born. At least one thing I can thank my scum parents for. Maybe these powers are why they sold me to slavery. Think they were scared? Who knows? Damn Numerians. At the Technic League they drew my blood, did experiments, burned me with fire, tortured me with cold, electricity, and they told me, you won't believe it, they told me I have blue dragon blood in my veins. Not bad, huh? I'm a dragon, you freaks. Come check my blood if you dare. Grinning, Regongar strikes his palm with a fist and another fountain of electric sparks shoots upwards. Ah, so he has some dragon blood in him. God damn, Regongar, that's a badass. And what about your tattoos? They are not your tribal tattoos, I think, because you just said that earlier. They are magical. They help me control my powers. They technically gave them to me. I had hoped that somewhere on my body there was at least one sign left by my tribe. But no, I guess they didn't care to bother. To hell with them. They better hope I never find them. If I ever meet my father, I will even the score between us. Okay. Maybe at some point we will have a personal quest for Regongar to hunt down his father or something like that, but Numeria is quite far away, I believe, so very unlikely. How do you manage to use both a sword and magic, and not cut off your fingers? It's simple. I'm just that bloody good. The half-orc gives a content grin. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Do you enjoy making people suffer? What? Why should I care about their suffering? I do what I want. If I step on someone's toes, then they shouldn't have put themselves in my way. But chasing someone down just to torture them? That's only entertainment for maniacs like the Technic League. Well, on second thought... For them I would make an exception. I would love to watch as I fry them nice and slow. But why do you ask? Do my methods shock you? Regongar clenches his fist, bursting with sparks, and laughs loudly at his joke. It seems to me you are no more than a common felon. If you treat your enemies like that, what makes you better than them? So long as you are in my party, try to control yourself. I don't like meaningless atrocities. I, for one, enjoy the torments of others. Very amusing, and you are right. If someone gets in your way, it's their own fault. Yeah, I think I like this one, even it is kind of evil, but hey, Regongar likes to fight and takes no shit from anyone. Very amusing, and you are right, if someone gets in your way, it's their own fault. That's what I say. There's too many freaks who don't understand. Who don't understand. Excuse me. Just asking to be run through with a sword. Sometimes I'm casting a spell, looking at another fool, thinking, you idiot, what the hell are you doing? You would still be alive if you weren't standing in my way. None of this had to happen. And then, bam, they are dead, and I have to clean some more blood from my shirt. Okay, you seem not to like people in power. So why are you helping me? Maybe because we freed him. Just a wild guess. What kind of idiot question is that? I'm not some revolutionary from Gault. Gault. I'm just reading through the text here real quick. Okay. Burn the places, eat the rich, power to the people. Bah, I don't care about all that. You're a decent lad, and your band is alright. You killed the Stag Lord, took his place, even got yourself a title. You're a real winner. A kingpin like that is worth holding on to. Better than cooking up a revolution. Oh wait, I've got it. You're afraid I'm after your throne. Relax. I don't need your sudden power. I'm fine as a henchman. Well, that's good to know. Just make sure all that power of yours doesn't go to your head. You know how sometimes normal people get carried away and want everyone to lick their boots? If you go that way, I won't lie, I'll walk away and take my Octavia with me. But you seem alright, so the party goes on. Alright, so he likes me, that's good to know. Do you worship any deity? Ha! I never got much help from the gods so far, but if you make me choose, I would say Callistria. Yeah. Yes, this. We just read about her. And, yeah, it fits him. Who else could I worship? The savored sting, the goddess of pleasure, fun, and revenge. Oh yes! I really like Regongar, you have no idea. Thank you for your answers. Okay, I guess we are done with him for now. I could have asked him about his childhood, but I didn't really care about too much. And besides, I don't think that there was anything interesting he could have told us about his childhood anyway. So long, if you want to know anything else, just ask. Don't be shy. Just don't go pale when I answer. Oh, I have already done that. I have gone pale quite a couple of times anyway.
I won't be halted.
Like last time. Okay, so I guess I want to go and talk to Canera next. Storyteller. What the heck is a storyteller? Ah, he got his own portrait. So this is one of the advisors that I could hire as an advisor. I was always wondering that who the heck is this guy, because I don't recognize that portrait at all, but now we know. The man standing before you resembles an elf, but a very old one. His face is wrinkled and his beard is as white as mountain snow. The man seems to be completely blind. Oh. The man stares past you with unseeing eyes. He seems to be consumed in his thoughts. He mutters a soft melody, swaying back and forth slightly to its rhythm. The man shudders briefly and stops singing. His mouth opens and closes a few times, bringing to mind a fish brought ashore. Ah, who is there? Is that you, your grace? How could you tell it was me? The old man smiles slightly. It is not so hard to recognize a ruler by the way he walks. No one in here steps as confidently as you, your grace. Why, thank you. Alright, would you care to trade stories with me? I need a wise advisor at my court. Would you like to serve me in the matters of state? We don't even know this guy. So who are you? I'm an elf from Keonin. My name is not important. Keonin, that's where Jadol is from, I believe. I wonder if there's going to be any conflict between these two for whatever reason. My name is not important. Actually, yes, it is quite important to know what your name is, so I know what to call you. I am the Storyteller, collector of stories. I collect unknown legends of ancient times. The man smiles, but it doesn't seem to be directed towards you. Long ago, I was a smith in Keonin. The fire of the forge has burned out my eyes, but I am grateful for it. If I could see, I would yet forge suits of armor for Eodar's guards. Instead, I have stepped on the path of an adventurer and gatherer of ancient legends. Okay. The old man ponders silently for a moment. Many people are long dead, their homes crumbled to dust and their bodies turned to ash. Only legends can still tell us of their triumphs and defeats, their joys and fears. I would be so interested to hear the stories told about us after our demise. I have always been drawn to the stolen lands, where countless expeditions, armies, and even kingdoms have met their untimely ends. When I learned of a new barony being founded in the heart of these lands, I knew I wanted to be part of its story, so I made the journey here. Are you really an elf? Do other elves age like you have? A common question, despite my unusual looks. I am an elf, and an old one, yes, perhaps older than any other elf of Keonin. However, I doubt my age alone is responsible for my appearance. I keep the stories of many people and races, some forever gone from the face of Golarion, but they live on in my memory and my heart. When I accept a new story, I lock it within myself, bearing the weight of its words and the emotions they invoke. I sometimes think that I probably should have died long ago, but some incomprehensible force is keeping me alive and granting me the ability to continue my quest to gather stories. Be it divine power or fell curse, I am grateful either way. Well, as long as you're happy. I need a wise advisor at my court. Would you like to serve me in the matters of state? Yeah, we are just randomly asking that. The storyteller's voice grows soft. Thank you for your words. I am unlikely to be able to intercept the intricacies of the political world or the affairs of the treasury, but my advice regarding the magic of the arts would be useful to any ruler. Well, not that Roscar cares too much about art, but hey, it's always good to have him, I suppose. Well, I'll leave you to your legends till we meet again. The storyteller doesn't answer, his unseeing eyes staring ahead blankly. Okay, so we got a storyteller at our court. I believe that he's been here for quite some time now, patiently waiting for me to approach him. Okay, let's go to the main square. See if Canera is outside or inside her house. Oh hey, it's snowing. Winter is coming. Okay. They are still working on this thing. Yeah, hello. Just get out of my way. Peasants. They are still working on this statue. That is still not of me. I think those are two satyrs and maybe a nymph in the middle, I don't know. Octavia is there. I could talk to Octavia as well, but actually, let's talk to Tupilost. Ask him about the article and stuff. Oh, Lindsay. Okay, she beckoned us to come to him. Come to her, even. Wait, I want you to meet someone. Okay. Here, this is Tessie the Gull, a book peddler. If not for her, I would probably still be sitting in a radish patch in my hometown. Tessie the Gull. Tessie, a plump woman wearing heavily patched clothes, greets you with a broad, cap-toothed smile. Nice to meet you, your barony. Thanks for keeping an eye on this little tot. Where are you from? How did you meet Lindsay? What brought you here? Will you be staying? You travel around. Have you heard anything interesting about my neighbors? So, what brought you here? A little bird told me about a proper city in the Southern Lands now. One with a printing house, with an old friend of mine sitting in that printing house at that. So I came by to see her. Maybe buy some books while I'm at it. Okay. Will you be staying? Me? Not really sure. Probably for a while at least. The people here seem fine. They read at least. Then again, there is a printing house here. And I get to catch up with Lindsay. Hadn't seen her for a few years, you know. After I get tired of things here, I'll be on my way again. Well, you travel around. Have you heard anything interesting about my neighbors? Tessie hides the money and smiles knowingly. Course I do. Who do you want to hear about? How are things in Brevoy? Bad. People in Restov are honing their swords. With the royal house gone, it's just a matter of time until there's some big uproar. Everyone knows it, and no one wants it, but there doesn't seem to be any way to avoid it. So there's going to be a civil war or something like that in Restov, between Restov and Brevoy. Okay. I don't know anything about Mivon. And what's going on in Pitox? Under King Irovetti, wasn't it? Parties, parades, executions. The king robs the trade houses that used to own the city. He brought in some gang from Numeria, who's been selling Telerian potions. He sends strange expeditions into nearby lands, but no one knows what he's looking for. Nobody can tell what the cook's thinking. That's why he always wins. Okay, maybe he has sent some. Maybe he has sent some mercenaries and spies and scouts to my lands too. Has anyone asked about my lands? Now, don't you go taking me for a spy, alright? Honestly, go ahead and check me with magic, or just ask Lindsay. I'm happy to hear and pass along rumors, but I don't go spying on purpose. My business is books. Yeah, fair enough. As for your question, well, of course they are interested. People in Restov want to know if they were right to wager on you, while Mivon and Pitax are still trying to take a measure of their new neighbor. No one knows what to expect from you, so they are getting themselves ready for some surprises. Okay, let's see, what is Mivon? One of the more stable of the river kingdoms, it began as a refugee for the Aldori sword lords who fled Rusland during the rule of Korol the Conqueror. Many sword lords settled there in Mivon, bringing with them the experience and knowledge of the ancient discipline of the sword lords. Warriors from as far away as Garud make pilgrimages to Mivon to study their secrets. To earn the right to stay, the applicant must pass a series of increasingly difficult duels. Okay, well, what's happening in Mivon? The usual, schemes and duels. Seems a bunch of runaway bandits flooded in there from Brevoy. Rumor has it the great houses are intentionally straining Mivon to the Aldori, so the Aldori there won't be able to help Restov when the carnage begins. Okay. Well, as long as they are not coming to my lands to cause trouble, I don't really care much what happens outside of the borders. Thank you, that's enough for now. You're always welcome. We peddlers are pretty good at judging rumors, you know. So where are you from? Right now or in general? Came from Mivon right now. As for in general, well, I'm from everywhere and nowhere. Was found under a bush, and I have traveled with the wind ever since. Okay, so just a traveler without home. Okay, farewell. A good day to you. Take care of Lindsay. Yes, always. And there she goes. Okay, so, before we were interrupted there. Jubilos. Jubilo raises his head and closes his notebook. Ah, it's you. How can I help you? What were you jotting down in your notebook all the time? Tell me about yourself. Tell me something about the history of the gnome race. We don't really care about a history lesson. I have read your article about the barony. Should I be flattered? You're not very friendly, you know. Yeah, indeed, he's not. He's just very blunt. So I have read your article. Flattery is entirely foreign to my works. Everything that I write is the absolute truth and never intended to satisfy egos. Jubilos looks at you over his glasses. But in case you were wondering, yes, I'm impressed with what you have done. Well, okay, at least he's impressed somewhat. What were you jotting down in your notebook all the time? Notes on our adventures, good ideas that come to mind. I don't know how it is with you, but in my case, my mind is constantly producing thoughts and ideas worthy of writing down. Okay. Some I use in my articles and books, others I will share with the audience next time I speak at Foras Logos in Absalom. Some other thoughts should be kept out of the public view for a while. Our world isn't yet ready for certain revelations. Okay, and Absalom. Yeah, okay. Okie dokie. I guess you could tell us about yourself. I have heard this request so many times. Oh yes, I bet. Excuse me. Well, as we are traveling together, I suppose I can give you an interview. Free of charge, of course. So, where are you from? All of Golarion is my home. I am a citizen of the world. Some might say my home is Absalom, that great old patchwork city. It's there that my books and magazine articles are published, and there I am held in particularly high esteem, owing to my vast knowledge. In fact, once I was invited to the College of Mysteries itself, but I prefer to think of Absalom not as home, but headquarters where I go to plan my next adventure. Okay. I have visited every country worth mentioning, in Avistan and Garund. I have even trodden the exotic lands of Tianxia. I have seen miracles you couldn't even imagine, and in every place I have been there was a home that would have gladly received a renowned explorer such as myself. The famous name of Jubilos Gnat Trouble is known even in the most remote corners of the world. Okay. glad to have you here then, I suppose. I guess we don't care about too much where he was born. You have traveled so much. Tell me of your travels abroad. So you write books and magazine articles? I generally do. I'm too generous not to share my thoughts and journeys with other minds who search for knowledge. Judging from your face, you don't belong in that category. Jubilos signs. Well, admittedly, no. Among my scientific works, I would recommend the range of articles published in National Academy. If you prefer lighter reading, you might like Traveller's Essays or the scandalous The Independence. If pictures capture your attention better than words, a page through the illustrated Atlas of Avistan, and you should give your cook a volume or two of my culinary almanacs. Trust me, it might help. Avistan is a continent. Okay. Okay. Jubilos throws a speculative glance at you. Some have tried to blame me for a sleazy romance novel called The Five Sins of Serendrai. I have no idea who spread these crazy rumors, but if you like such frivolity, I have been informed that the novel's sequel, The Sixth Sin, was recently published. Okay. Yeah, we are not much into reading. Or Roskar is not much into reading. You wear glasses. Why won't you ask some clerics to heal your eyesight? Jubilos throws a cutting glance at you. I'm sure you could have figured out the answer to that question on your own, if you bothered to use a logical approach. At least I sincerely hope so. I prefer to think of you as of a lazy person, not a stupid one. Well, okay. Jubilos tightens his lips. Well then, I suppose it's my fate to enlighten you. Alright, there's no time like the present. Okay. Let's build up to a logical conclusion together. So, starting with the obvious, the cleric services cost several hundred gold coins. Spectacles cost 12 gold coins. So maybe I just couldn't afford to pay the cleric? Incorrect conclusion. I earn enough. Besides, some clerics would surely help me for free of charge, because they are fans of my incomparable talent. The answer can't be money then. So what is it? Let's explore further. Surely you have noticed that I am a rather famous person. Just to be clear, which circles I'm famous in, my scientific articles are well known among the students and teachers of various institutions of higher education. My articles that satirize the rich and powerful are extremely popular among the minor nobility, traders and workers. That is, among anyone who doesn't have any power for themselves. The kind of people who don't usually have enough money to afford an expensive cleric. Well, can you add it all up and find the right answer yet? Well, give me the dialogue options so I can think about them. Jubilos doesn't let you get a single word in edgewise. Apparently he's uninterested in your reaction and is just enjoying listening to his own voice. My spectacles are something that unites me with my readers. People are more open to those who share their social status. Many of my readers can't afford to heal their eyesight at the temple. So when I too refuse to such healing, I become closer to the people. My spectacles are part of my image. Okay. Jubilos exhales at last. I believe I have managed to explain the basics of logical thinking. No need to thank me. Well, okay. So you're basically wearing your glasses so that you can be closer to your readers and the readers trust you more. Okay. Fair enough. Thanks for telling me about yourself. Jubilos casually waves his hand. Ask away. I don't really care to ask about the history of the gnome race, or really say that he's not been very friendly. Yeah, thanks for the conversation. I have to go now. Come back when you run out of clever ideas again. Okay. And what an honor to meet you today. Yes, I'm sure it is. Oh, I guess I could go and talk to some of these merchants. Onwards. He seems to be a weapon merchant. Oh wait, not him. This guy. Verdel. I'd like to see your goods. let's sell all the crap that we don't want. Okay, so we are gonna sell these. Anything else? I don't really have anything else to sell, do I? Does it look like it? No. But maybe I want to buy something from him. 200. Let's see. 4 to 21, that's pretty good. 5 to 15. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Pretty bad and underwhelming. Shoot blackened hammer. Oh, I think yeah, these must be items that I sold him. Yeah, let's take that. Okay, and Canera's house is this one, I take it. Yeah. Canera's and Kalikke's house. Arsinoi, that's a cleric selling scrolls, I believe. Well, let's go and talk to Canera then.
I lead, you follow.
Oh, and these are her friends. Or their friends, to be more specific. Is she upstairs? Yes, she is. So it's Kalikke who is out right now. The tiefling girl greets you warmly, but seems a little distracted. I'm glad to see you at my hearth. She bites her lip and adds in a whisper, have you seen the sweet teeth? I can't get them out of the house, and I'm so scared they'll suspect something and reveal our secret, Canera and mine. I wish I could keep them busy somewhere out of town, but anyway, welcome. Maybe I can send them away. I would like to ask you a few questions about your past. Let's talk about how you are now. I wanted to talk to you about what it means to be a tiefling. Tell me about Kadira. It's strange what happened with the Disc of the Eclipse. Or with the Disc of the Eclipse. Why did you decide to remain in my lands after you found and activated the relic? You could have left. I guess we could ask that. I like living here. For the first time since fleeing Kadira, I feel there's a place in the world I can call home. And besides, Kalikke frowns, I probably should have brought this up myself, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I am very, very worried about the forefather. The devil my sister made a contract with long ago in Kadira. Canera thinks he is no longer a threat to us since her death annulled the contract, but I don't believe such a creature can ever leave us in peace. I would like there to be someone beside me who I can rely on in case he shows up again. Okay. You can rely on me, we'll find a way to deal with the devil. It's very arrogant to think I'm going to jump at a chance to protect you. Nah, we got your back. If things get bad, we'll have to flee again, or we'll put you and your people at great risk. But I believe it's here that we will find the strength to face hell's claims on us. Tell me about Kadira. It's a beautiful land, but quite unlike the Stolen Lands. My sister and I grew up in a place dominated by the desert. I have often heard from travelers that such landscapes depresses them, but there's nowhere I feel more at home. Sand drifts under the sun, life hiding where you would never expect it, the lush green of a suddenly revealed oasis. They are austere lands, but can be breathtaking. The cities of Kadira are an endless whirlwind of turmoil and bright colors. Some say the heart and essence of every Kadiran city is its temple to Serendrai, ever since our country was blessed by the radiant goddess. But I would put it differently. The heart of every city is a noisy market with its tents in every color you could imagine. Most of the city's life happens at the market. People go there not only to trade, but also to have fun, negotiate and spin their intrigues. Take away the market and what's left of Kadira. So let's talk about how you are now. Kalikke smiles faintly, but her eyes remain sad. Ask what you will. Do you worship Nethers? Tell me about him. Who is your savior? The Arcanaut sign, however you spell that. Tell me about your sister. How does living in turns with your sister work? While one of us is in the material plane, the other sleeps in a demi-plane created specially for us. There we sleep and sup upon elemental energy. When one of us enters the material plane, the other disappears. Until recently, we couldn't even control the moment when we switched. It seemed to happen randomly, usually while we slept, but sometimes in broad daylight. Now, thanks to you, we have a little more control over what's happening. It's been a great relief. Well, that's good to hear. How do you live with these switches? It's not easy. Nethys made us agree to keep our stories secret. In everyone else's eyes, we must remain one creature, Kaesi, a whimsical outlander with strange abilities. We keep a diary describing our everyday life in detail, telling each other about all our new acquaintances to help us protect our secret. If someone ever happens to see us switch, we say it's a special skill that allows us to travel through the elemental plane to replenish our powers. We are lucky to live in a world full of miracles. It is not hard to convince people of such magic. Well, okay, that's good to hear. So do you like it in the Southern lands? Yes, I may long for my native country, but this riverland brings peace to my soul. I enjoy watching the clumsy duckling struggling to go down to the lake, and the dragonflies flying over the water as it flashes with glints of sunlight. I'm glad to have seen all this, though the road that brought me here was a road of sorrow. The road led you to me, and I must admit, I'm glad it did. Are we trying to hit on her here? May it be a road of joy from now on. Enough sighing for the old days, there are more meaningful ways to spend your energy. May it be a road of joy from now on. Thank you. You have no idea how glad I am to be with someone I don't need to hide my secret from, and who supports me. Well, that's good. Anything else I want to ask? Do you worship Nethys? Nethys is a god of magic. There are no limits to his power. Kalike speaks with awe. He was born human but achieved such unparalleled mastery of magic that he gained divine power. He is the embodiment of paradoxes, contradictions, and making the impossible come true. I called on him at the moment of my greatest need, and he, through his herald, helped me when all the kind and merciful gods fell silent. But I'm no naive worshipper. The gods, especially him, are powerful and unpredictable. Besides, he is hardly interested in my gratitude, but I do honor those who help me. Okay, fair enough. I found out what I wanted for now. It's strange what happened with the Disk of the Eclipse. Kalike nods. Ancient forces can be mysterious. I thought we would need to spend a lot of time studying the properties of the disk before we learned how to use it. But it just worked as soon as we touched it. If I understand its action correctly, it attuned itself to the connection between the material plane and our demi-plane. Now we can move between them at will. The rest is handled by our strange inner connection. I step into the demi-plane, and Nethys' power transports a chimera from there to the material plane. Okay. Yeah, what it means to be a tiefling. Oh, I could tell you a lot about it. How do tieflings come into the world? Many think that evil literally runs in tiefling blood, owing to the heritage of their ancestors. Yeah. Those who think so are both right and wrong. Your fate is not written by your blood alone. Surrendering to the temptation of evil is a choice every tiefling must make for themselves. Okay, how do tieflings come into the world? We are what happens when mortals mix their blood with evil outsiders, mostly demons and diamonds. Aren't those the same thing? Or, as with me and my sister, devils. What's the difference between demon, diamond, and devil? Whatever. This heritage can manifest through many generations and can be a cruel blow for the parents of a tiefling. Kalike frowns. As you probably know, there is hardly a corner in Golarion where the birth of someone like me is considered a welcome gift. Yeah, I can only imagine. I would like to talk to your sister. Maybe we talk to Canera some other time. Yeah, I think that we are done here for now. Or should I ask her to come out? I don't really have anything that I want to necessarily ask her. Yeah, let's talk to Canera some other time. So I have to go. So long, Kalike. Good luck to you in everything you do. And please, send the sweet teeth off on some errand to keep them away from Canera. Okay, I guess we can do that. Okay. Oh, we got a quest. Nice. We need to talk to the sweet teeth and try to find a way to spare Kaesi of their troublesome presence. Okay. I guess I can give them an errand to do. So it's these. I can't believe it. Look who it is. If it isn't the Baron himself. I thought gentlefolk didn't hang around their subjects' homes. Elkis slaps the young tiefling on the side of his head. Forgive him, your grace. He's got a big mouth. So big that when he comes to visit someone, his tongue enters first and talks rubbish for a few minutes before the rest of his head shows up. These two are trying to say that your visit is a great honor for us. How can we help you? Don't say that we can't. There are many things we can do. Just try us. Well, as a matter of fact... How did you find out about the disc of the eclipse? I don't really care about that. That's past. It would be better if you stay away from the capital for a while. Let's see if you can complete my task. Give us your orders. We won't let you down. I sure hope so. The Narlmarches are overgrown, they need to be weeded. Take some measurements of Lake Silverstep. I wish to know the exact length of its shoreline. Why would we care about that? The road through Varnhold to Talon Peak is terribly inconvenient. Try to find a better one past the Shrike Hills. That sounds useful. The picket fence at Oleg's trading post is tilted. Go there and fix it. Now I think that this sounds more useful in the long run. The road through Varnhold to Talon Peak is terribly inconvenient. Try to find a better one past the Shrike Hills. Looking for new roads? We can do that. Maybe if we found such a road, we'll be accepted into the Pathfinder society. Grabbing their travel bags, the young tieflings run away. Well, they're so eager, aren't they? Okay, that's done. Wait until a road to Talon Peak has been found. Okay. Come up with some errands for the sweet teeth. Okay, so we just wait till they are done. But before we leave, let's let her know that they are gone. I'm Kalike, in case you're wondering. Yeah, I can tell the difference from the eye colors. Yeah, okay. I guess we don't need to tell her that they are gone. She will find it out by herself. But now, yeah, we have been doing a lot of talking in this episode. A lot of talking. I might as well end the episode here, but actually, let's do some kingdom management stuff before we leave. Maybe I should read that. How can I increase or how can I upgrade my village into a town? Alright, so let's check here. So combat, bestiality, magic, deities and domains, map basic. Not here. Character creation, deities and domains. Okay. Magic, no. Combat. Where can I... Isn't there anything about kingdom management? I guess not. Maybe I can... Maybe there's an option to read more about it on this table here. Let's see. Oh, and we still also need to prepare for... let's see... This, 36 more days left before something happens. We have to prepare for the next attack from the bold hilltop. Well, we got walls and a watchtower, so that's something. So, how do I upgrade this town, a village into a town? Let's skip a few days. This was a success, nice. Triumph, fuck yes. Okay, so now we should have 30 days, exactly. 30 days, yes. So exactly 1 month. Now, proposal for cooperation, what was this? I guess I could send Canera to deal with that. And why are these portraits in the way? Herbalists. Oh, I sent her to that, okay. Well, we don't care about flower pickers anyway. Check this real quick. Okay, so we got 416 building points. Okay. How can I upgrade this? How can I upgrade my capital? How can I upgrade my capital? I might have to build specific buildings before I can upgrade. Or do I need to find... Or do I need to claim more land? Like these Southern Narlmarches. But we can't do that because we don't have the building points for that. Let's see. Other? No. Regions. We can't do that. Actually, costs 400. Ah, okay. For some reason I thought that we needed 2000 building points, but no, it must have been something else, I believe. But we can claim these lands for ourselves. We got only 16 building points after that, but it's not like we are gonna build anything for a while now. I don't think. Okay, this takes 14 days. Should we wait? Oh, well, I guess we are waiting. Okay, declare the Southern Narlmarches as part of your kingdom, and yes, we have done that. Nice. Nice. And I guess the next logical claim is the Northern Narlmarches. We take all the forests. Okay, events. This is our final chance to prepare. The attack from the Bold Hilltop is expected in 2 weeks. Yup. I know that. Nasty rumor, that's a success. Nice. Herbalists, yeah, that's a failure because I ignored it. Disaster, what? Unfortunately, the treasurer failed to come to an agreement with the merchants. The deal fell through. Well, screw them anyway. And this was a success. Okay, good. And we have also done that. So the Bold Hilltop has been the source of much strife for the young barony. The locals say there is some kind of ancient curse behind it. We should learn if there's any truth to the belief. It seems the Bold Hilltop is indeed cursed from ancient times. Oh, you think? This happened when dark rituals and the powers whose names are long forgotten held sway over this domain. The curse remains active even today. It withers any plant that would grow into the soil, and makes the very air around the place heavy and full of sorrow. However, the curse... Where is it? However, the curse's target is just a small patch of land on top of the hill. It is unlikely that the curse caused any of that. It is unlikely that the curse caused any... It is unlikely that the curse caused any of the attacks on the barony. Okay. But it is going to attack soon. Mysterious cult. Promoting idleness and debauchery. Well, we can't have that. We can't have that. Yeah, let's send Harem to deal with that. And general requests an audience. An advisor wants to discuss an urgent matter that concerns the barony's future. Okay, I guess we can do this real quick and then I'm gonna end the episode here. So, Regongar, my boy. Listen, Roskar. Remember about recruitment? Well, I did that. We have the numbers, but there is no one to command them. Regongar spits through his fangs. We need to find someone these dimwits will fear and obey. Me alone is not enough. Okay. You know who we should make commanders. Not those boneheads from Brevoy who dance around with their pig stickers. No, we should hire spellcasters instead. Our regular bonebreaker troops won't whisper a word against a wizard. They are too afraid of getting lightning thrown in their face. And just imagine what terror they'll bring to the battlefield. Not like those sword lords. Coral mop the floor with them. Okay, but Coral, who is Coral? Not like those sword lords. Coral mop the floor with them. Oh, he's... Ah, okay. I thought he had first said Sword Lord Coral, but okay, so Coral Rogarvia, or as he became to be known, Coral the Conqueror invaded the area that... Ah, okay, it's just history, okay. Hire Sword Lords as officers, hire spellcasters as officers. I see you understand these matters better than I. Solve the problem yourself. That sounds a bit rude to tell him that go solve it yourself. Well, hire the spellcasters as officers, if you say so. Great. A couple of right troublemakers, and the rest of your soldiers will toe the line. Okay. You do what you think is best, Regongar. I trust you, my boy. Harem? No, someone else. Draken. A young dwarf in worn-out clothes show you a scroll of fine paper with an expensive seal. He speaks ceremoniously, like a herald. Greetings, my name is Draken Voradash. I come to you, your grace, with a request, or to be precise, to receive compensation. The Road of Shields used to run through your lands. It was built, among others, by my ancestors, members of the noble Voradash clan. This means they still own it, even though they were driven from these lands. According to all law, if a bandit takes my father's house and kills him, the house still belongs to me. So I have come for what's mine. Okay, sure. Here, take a look. This scroll contains a list of expenses for building the Road of Shields. The cost of laying the stone, draining, cutting the fire breaks and so on. You and your people have lived for a long time on lands that lawfully belong to my people, making free use of the fruits of someone else's labor. Would you now please pay for the work my ancestors did? I don't like this guy at all. I, Draken Voradash, humbly demand compensation for those who are no longer able to collect. I do not ask for gold. It's better that you give me a house with a shop, which will cost as much as the sum in the scroll. House and a shop. You see, I'm a blacksmith, and I'm used to earning my living honestly, but I can't work without a shop. As soon as I get what's mine, I'll open the shop right away. Then you'll have at least one decent blacksmith. Or bladesmith even. You know what? I do like that idea, so just because of that, I think I'm going to accept this. Lawful neutral. Fine, I will do as you ask. You get nothing from me, leave at once. Lawful evil. My advisors will check your calculations to the digit. Unfortunately, they already have a great deal to do as it is, so the gods only know when they'll have time to look at your petition. Chaotic evil. You think you can demand something from me? Hang him. No, let's not be that cruel. So, fine, I will do as you ask. The dwarf blinks several times, surprised. You agree? Just like that? Seriously, I never thought I would meet, in this land of thieves, a ruler who so honored the law. You are truly a worthy ruler. Well then, I guess we'll meet when you satisfy my petition. My respects. But only because you want to stay here and make weapons for us. Only because of that. Okay. One last check on this thing. Yep, that's done. Anything else? Projects? Supported generals' endeavors. Yeah, let's not do that. Not quite yet. Restoration of Bronze Shield Fortress. Insufficient funds. We got only 86 building points. Requires 30 days to solve, and we need at least 20 more building points anyway. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna end this episode here. And the next episode, well, I guess we are just going to do some more kingdom management stuff. Prepare ourselves for the inevitable attack from the bald hilltop. See what will happen then. So I think I'm going to wait. I think we have... how much time do we have? I think it was 2 weeks or so. Little over 2 weeks. So 2 weeks and 2 days exactly. We got that much time to prepare for this attack. Whatever comes out of the bald hilltop to attack us. So we got some time to prepare for that. I think I'm going to skip that time. Maybe that entire 2 weeks and 2 days until the attack happens and see what we are dealing with. We can finally get some real action again. But yeah, let's see what's going to happen in the next episode and what will come out of the bald hilltop. So, until next time. Thank you for watching once again and see you next time for more Pathfinder Kingmaker.